Now, President Donald Trump has announced the formation of Board of Peace for Gaza, describing it as a key component of Phase 2 of a US-backed plan to end the war in the Palestinian territory. In a post on his Truce social platform, President Trump said it was his great honor to establish the body, adding that the members would be named shortly. The announcement comes as the US-backed Gaza ceasefire framework moves into its second phase, despite unresolved disputes between Israel and Hamas. Israel continues to insist on Hamas's full disarmament, a demand the group has refused to accept so far. Israel is yet to clearly commit to a complete military withdrawal from the Gaza region. A Palestinian technocratic committee, unveiled this week, is expected to oversee day-to-day governance in post-war Gaza, but broader political and security questions remain unresolved. US Middle East Envoy Steve Witkoff said that as chair of the Board of Peace, he is backing a newly appointed Palestinian technocratic panel to govern Gaza during its transition period with support from Egypt, Turkey and Qatar. He said Phase 2 aims to fully demilitarize and rebuild Gaza, which includes the disarmament of all unauthorized armed groups and proposes deploying an international stabilization force to secure the territory and train vetted Palestinian police. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has called the ceasefire announcement largely symbolic, while raising questions about how its more challenging elements will be carried out. Speaking with parents of the last Israeli hostage, whose remains are still in Gaza, Netanyahu said that the governing committee of Palestinians announced as part of second phase was merely a declarative move rather than the sign of progress described by US Envoy Steve Witkoff. For Palestinians, however, the key demand remains Israel's full military withdrawal, a step included in the framework but without any clear timeline. Meanwhile, US Senator Lindsey Graham has confirmed he will travel to Israel to meet Prime Minister Netanyahu, while calling it a crucial moment in West Asian history. In a post on Truth on social media, Graham praised what he described as one of the strongest alliances in the history of US-Israel ties and said he hoped it would deliver results soon. As diplomatic efforts continue, United Nations has issued a stark warning on conditions inside Gaza region. A senior UN official has urged the international community to accelerate reconstruction, describing living conditions as inhumane. Zohar Zehe More Rada Silva, who is head of United Nations Office for Project Services, said that the scale of destruction he witnessed during a visit to Gaza region was unlike anything he had ever imagined. On the ground, the humanitarian crisis continues to deepen. Displaced Gazans along Gaza's city's western coast are struggling to salvage what little remains of their belongings. This as strong winds batter makeshift tent camps in the Gaza region.
The tents and tarpaulins collapsed on us due to the strong storm. I took my children from my tent to my neighbor's tent, but it was no use. Our tents and mattresses are soaked, and my daughter is still sleeping under the tent. The situation is very difficult.